Today we are going to explore the magical and inspiring story of The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This is not just a story about treasure. This is a story about dreams, destiny, love, courage, and listening to your heart. Let's begin. The story follows a young shepherd boy named Santiago. He lives in Andalusia, Spain, and loves traveling with his sheep. His life is simple, but he is curious about the world. He enjoys reading books and visiting different towns. One night, while sleeping under a sycamore tree growing from the ruin of an old church, Santiago has a strange dream. In the dream, a child tells him that he will find a great treasure at the foot of the Egyptian pyramids. At first, he ignores it, but then he has the same dream again. Confused and curious, Santiago visits a gypsy woman to interpret the dream. She surprises him by saying that he must go to Egypt and find the treasure. In return, she asks for 1/10 of the treasure. Soon after, Santiago meets a mysterious old man named Melchizedek, who calls himself the king of Salem. The old man tells Santiago something very important, where everyone has a personal legend. A personal legend is your true purpose in life. According to him, Santiago's personal legend is to travel to the pyramids and find his treasure. He also explains that when you truly want something, the entire universe helps you achieve it. Inspired and encouraged, Santiago makes a bold decision. He sells his flock of sheep and begins his journey to Africa. He arrives in Tangier, a city in Morocco, excited and hopeful. But very quickly, reality hits him hard. A thief steals all his money on the very first day. Santiago feels lost and alone in a foreign land. For a moment, he thinks about giving up and returning to Spain. But deep inside, he knows he cannot abandon his dream so easily. He finds work at a crystal shop owned by a quiet and conservative merchant. The business is not doing well. Santiago works hard and suggests new ideas to improve sales. At first, the merchant is afraid of change, but slowly he agrees. Santiago introduces creative ideas, like selling tea in crystal glasses and displaying crystals outside the shop. The risk work. The business grows rapidly, and within a year, Santiago becomes rich. He now has enough money to return to Spain and buy even more sheep than before. But something inside him has changed. He remembers his dream, he remembers his personal legend. So instead of going home, Santiago decides to continue his journey to the pyramids. He joins a caravan crossing the Sahara Desert. During this journey, he meets an Englishman who is studying alchemy. The Englishman is searching for a powerful alchemist who lives at an oasis called Alpheon. From the Englishman, Santiago learns about alchemy, the ancient art of turning metal into gold. He hears about the philosopher's stone, which can transform lead into gold, and the elixir of life, which can cure illnesses. He also learns about something deeper, the idea that everything in the universe is connected through the soul of the world. After many days of traveling, the caravan reaches the oasis of Alpheon. They must stay there because tribal war was spreading across the desert. At the oasis, Santiago's life changes again. He meets a beautiful desert girl named Fatima. They fall in love almost instantly. For the first time, Santiago feels he has found something more precious than treasure. He begins to wonder if he should stay with her instead of continuing his journey. One day, while walking in the desert, Santiago sees a vision. He sees armies attacking the oasis. He understands this is an omen, a message from the desert. He warns the tribal leaders about the attack. At first, they doubt him, but they prepare for battle just in case. The next day, the oasis is attacked, exactly as Santiago predicted. Because of his warning, the oasis successfully defends itself. The alchemist of the oasis hears about Santiago's vision and becomes interested in him. This powerful and wise alchemist meets Santiago and teaches him valuable lessons. He tells him to listen to his heart. He explains that fear of suffering is worse than suffering itself. And he reminds Santiago that true love never stops someone from pursuing their personal legend. Encouraged once again, Santiago decides to leave Fatima temporarily and continue towards the pyramids. The alchemist joins him on the journey. As they travel deeper into the desert, the alchemist teaches Santiago about courage, faith, and understanding the language of the world. But danger awaits them. A tribe of soldiers captures them. To save their lives, the alchemist tells the soldiers that Santiago is a powerful alchemist who can turn himself into the wind within 3 days. Santiago is terrified. He has no idea how to turn into the wind. For 3 days, he struggles with fear and doubt, but slowly he begins to connect with the desert, the wind and the sun. He understands that everything shares the same soul. On the 3rd day, he speaks to the wind and the sun. A massive sandstorm rises across the desert. In the middle of the storm, Santiago disappears and reappears on the other side of the camp. The soldiers are amazed and frightened. They release him and the alchemist. Finally, they reach a Coptic monastery near the pyramids. There, the alchemist demonstrates real alchemy by turning lead into gold. He gives a portion of gold to Santiago and sends him on his final step alone. At last, Santiago reaches the Egyptian pyramids. Overwhelmed with emotion, he begins digging at the spot where he believes the treasure is buried. Suddenly, 2 men attack and beat him. They demand money. Santiago tells them about his recurring dream of treasure near the pyramids. The men laugh at him. One of them says he also once had a foolish dream about treasure buried in an abandoned church in Spain where a sycamore tree grows. Santiago freezes. That is the same church where his journey began. At that moment, he understands the truth. The treasure was back in Spain all along. The pyramids were not the destination. They were the path that transformed him. Santiago returns to Spain, to the ruined church, digs beneath the sycamore tree, and finally finds a chest filled with gold and jewels. His treasure was waiting for him at home. But now, he is not the same shepherd boy. He is wiser, braver, and stronger. He has learned the language of the world. He has followed his personal legend. And with his treasure in hand, he plans to return to Al Fayoum to reunite with Fatima, who is waiting for him. The novel teaches us a powerful message. When you truly desire something, the universe helps you achieve it. Dreams are worth chasing. Fear should not stop us. Love supports destiny. And sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. That is the magical story of The Alchemist.